Sorry guys, I'm gonna start again because I I realized we weren't really live before, and now we can see the chat. So anyway, I'm Margaret. Welcome to my corner office. Let's talk story. We should get to know each other. Come in, put some words in the chat that tell me where you're from and what you're working on. I'm currently working on a screenplay. Well, I've been battling with a screenplay, and also a memoir with my husband, Frank, that we're calling Let's Pretend to Be Normal. But my day job is helping other writers tell their stories. I've been talking story with writers ever since my first decent job as a reader in New York, then Los Angeles. I was a development person. Well, to be honest, they used to call us D girls, but I don't think they do that anymore. So, being in development, from the outside, it looks like we sit around yakking all day because we sit around yakking all day with writers, the most interesting people, not the directors or the studio execs. They're okay, and not even the movie stars. The writers are the idea people, people who think for a living. This space is for yakking with writers. We'll meet some writers in the coming Wednesdays, but for today, it's just me talking story and getting used to the technology, which is surprisingly simple, even for me. I like to keep things simple, and that's where any writer can go wrong if they're not careful, because we do tend to complicate things. But story structure by its very nature is simple. It's an organizing tool. Knowing the craft of story structure will not make you less original. It will make your story recognizable to your readers, but it won't take away your creativity. And writers are afraid of this. I hear from them all the time saying, I don't want to write a typical Hollywood ending. I understand. But knowing about story structure, how a story is held together, is the most important thing you can do. That's where I can give you a hand. My 30 years of experience, or actually even more than 30 years of experience in development, can give you the tools for any piece of writing, whether it be a memoir, a novel, or a screenplay. Even telling an anecdote at a party. Story is story. So we'll talk about what I can offer you, but in the meantime, are there any questions or comments? I see, hi Siobhan, it's good to see you. Hi Mike Thompson, nice to see you. But here's what I can offer you. A 15-minute consultation is free. And it doesn't take much longer than 15 minutes to talk about what you might need as a writer and how I can help you. Also free is my Saturday gathering called Write Like a Girl. So what does that mean? Well, I always felt I could tell the difference between women writers and men without knowing who wrote the script. Now I'm not so sure. I think women can learn from men and men can learn from women. So now gentlemen are welcome if they want to learn the secret of writing like a girl, or if they want to share what it's like to write like a boy. This group meets on Zoom every Saturday at 4:00, and we've been doing it for about a year, and it's been fun. It's Saturday at 4:00. Your chores are done, the kids' sports are over. So it's actually turned out to be a pretty good time. So we meet on Zoom every Saturday, 4:00 Eastern. Do you want more from me? I can give you a paid subscription on my Substack page, called Let's Talk Story, is $8 a month. And that $8 will get you free admission to special courses, such as my original course on story structure, build your story like a pro, which I think is essential to get started. Constructing your protagonist, that's the 5 traits of a hero. A most popular course I have, which actually came as a surprise, is Manage Your Doubts. We all have them. Being a writer is rife with doubt and mood problems. We have our highs are very high and our lows are very low. So I like to talk about how we manage that, because they don't really ever go away. No matter how experienced you are as a writer, how wealthy you are, writing is hard work. So let's see. I see some people. Hi, Siobhan. Siobhan says, Margaret helped me with my book. It was so much fun, and it's coming out soon, I hope, Siobhan. Can't wait to see it. It looks gorgeous. I can also provide access to small groups. Now, I'm in the middle of one right now, but over the summer, I'll be organizing some more small groups. And the small group has me and 5 writers. And it's really the most effective way to complete your project. I vote for small groups because it's like having your own development team. I am one person, I am one brain. But when I'm in a group with 5 writers, it's like magic. Everybody contributes. We laugh a lot. There are some bad ideas, but there's a lot of great ideas. And you never know who's going to come up with a great solution. But some people like one-on-one coaching. I'm available for that too. Aside from all of that, I have, as some of you know, I have a new publishing company. And if you're ready for publication, I can make that possible through my company, All Girl Publishing. Yes, I am the product of an all-girl Catholic high school. And yes, I co-founded All Girl Productions with Bonnie Bruckheimer and Bette Midler. They gave me huge opportunities for which I will always be grateful. But I'm not a producer, I'm a development person. So let's talk story. If any of this appeals to you, please contact me directly at margaretsouthclasses@gmail.com. In the subject line of your email, write story, STORY. Let me see. Does anyone have any questions? Hi, Patricia. Manage Your Doubts. That was a really good class, wasn't it? And Patricia, are you doing it outside of Story Summit? I am waiting to hear from Story Summit. I don't know what their plans are, so we're going to wait and see on that one. I hope to hear from them for a summer session, but I just started a session with them, so we'll see. We never know what the future can hold. Does anybody have any questions about the different projects and what would work for you? Okay, then. So I will be looking for emails from anybody who thinks any of this will be helpful for you. Just again, my email is margaretsouthclasses@gmail.com. And Kat's from Hawaii. Kat, I'm very proud of, because her book is Kat, I've been reading your stories and they're so lovely and charming. I'm really happy for you. And I'm very proud of the cover. I think it looks fantastic. So we're going to get right to work on finishing that book. And that's my vote about self-publishing. Like, if you go with either you publish it all by yourself or you hire somebody like me to do a hybrid, your book will get out there a lot faster than a traditionally published book. And not all of us want to wait 2 years to get our books published, or to wait until we find the right agent, or any agent. It's we're not getting any younger, for one thing, but also I want to get my material out there. I want people to see it. And I've worked for many years with writers whose stories I felt deserved to be told. And I wasn't in a position to get them made. For example, I brought Sister Act to Bette Midler and she didn't want to do it. And I begged her, and the writer begged her, and the studio begged her, and she just wouldn't do it. So, those kinds of frustrations have led me to say, you know what? I'm not going to wait for a traditional publisher. I'm going to publish these books myself because I think they deserve to be read. And I especially feel that women writers need to be heard. We only recently have gained a collective voice. And I think that in these years, this voice is needed. We really need to make ourselves heard now that they're listening. So I really encourage all of you women and men too, to write your story, because there couldn't be a more important time to write from the heart and write to a positive place and do your best to change the climate in the world. Any other questions from anybody? Frank, do you see any questions? I don't think so. So I am going to end this by just saying, please send me an email and let me know what I can do for you. Again, it's margaretsouthclasses@gmail.com, and put the word story in the subject matter, in the subject title. I will see you all soon, I hope. And writers, keep going. Never, never, never stop. Thanks a lot for listening. See you soon. Bye-bye.